happening with these generative models is like, if all you need to do is play with ChatGPT for like 30 minutes and you'll realize what a powerful system it is. But essentially, the way it works is, you give it an input and it generates a bunch of text output. And so most of these generative models, whether they are generating text or they are generating images, have, things encoded in them and are smart enough to be able to give you that response, a generative response, right? The wider implication of this stuff is, typically the way you would solve a machine learning problem back in the days, like 4 or 5 years ago even, was, you would build these, what I would call the build for purpose models, right? So for example, if you wanted to have a model to score all the leads that are coming in through your marketing channels, you would have, a lead scoring model. Similarly, you can pick off any machine learning model and you can map it to that, being that small built for purpose model. But in this generative world, I can throw all that data that I used to train a lead scoring model onto one really large model. And now I can ask it questions like, okay, what are my top 5 leads that I should be working on, right? Or what is the most risky thing about these, the next 10 leads? And you can have this, if you're prompting the model correctly, all the information is in there. And so it's just a matter of generating that output that is really suited towards your business outcomes. And so you can imagine, you don't need like just what the 2 scenarios that I've talked about, you would need 2 drastically different models for this stuff. But with generative AI, it's just a matter of changing the prompts. It's one large model at the back. And just by changing the prompt and doing prompt management correctly, you can specify and satisfy a lot of these front-end use cases. I think that is the most exciting part because, to the CXOs, this was always the case, right? Do I hire a data science team? How many models do I build? How much money do I spend? And I still wouldn't know what is the ROI I'm going to get out of it, right? With generative AI, you can start, just testing out all these different hypotheses, the business hypotheses you would have. And it's a very iterative and a quick process.